All right, we're gonna get right into it, man. The Lakers beat the Thunder, man, 123 to 117, and they got a huge win, man. A huge win. And I'm excited, man. I'm stoked. And we're gonna talk about it on this live stream because man, what a win. What a win by this team. What a win by this team without AD, without D'Lo, without LeBron. They managed to get it done. They managed to come out here and get the win. Uh, I said before that I thought they could still win this game, even without AD. And if you guys did not see my reaction to me getting the notification that AD was out, I actually got the notification when I was on stream earlier today. So go check that out. I actually posted a shorter video pre-game talking about the Lakers where it has the reaction. But nonetheless, that doesn't matter. We're going to get into the Lakers because they got the dub, man. A huge dub. And everybody stepped up. Everybody stepped up from the roster, hands down, top to bottom. And what's funny enough, going into the fourth, I said that we were up by 6 points, and I was like, let's just keep it even. If you could keep it even, like just go to 6 points still, like they kept it 33 to 33. That's what I had in mind, but I was like, there's no way that actually happens because so much happens in a basketball game. But I was like, even if you were able to hypothetically do that, like that would win you the game. And that's exactly what they did. They did that, funny enough. But one thing I want to say is the defense has got to get better. It has definitely looked shaky in the past couple of games. In the Mavericks game, the Grizzlies game, and now this game. Because we would go on a run, but we would immediately give up a run to the Thunder. Like we would go on a 7-0 run, 9-0 run, and we would immediately give up a 7-0 run to the Thunder. Repeatedly. It was just a game of runs. But luckily we were able to come out at the end with the win because huge win for the season in the standings. We're going to talk about all of that because, man, it was fantastic how this team played together because, man, like, let's look at the team stats first. They did not turn the ball over 26 times because that was terrible last night when they did that, but they turned the ball over 13 times, which is way better compared to the 13 turnovers that the Thunder had. So they both had 13. And what else? Leads, man. Leads. This team cannot keep a lead. This team cannot keep a lead. You see the largest lead was 13. I don't know if the Thunder ever took the lead back, but they definitely gave me a scare. They definitely gave me a scare down the stretch because we had that game in the bag, definitely. Like that game was won, man, and they let them come back. And honestly, while I'm thinking about it, all those times down the stretch, like at least past when Oklahoma City had like a 111 points, 113 points, 115 points. They just kept letting them score within like 5 seconds when they inbounded the ball, which was insane. And honestly, while I'm remembering this, how they even got to 111 points was off of a made free throw. They like got a fast break essentially and just pushed the ball in. I forget what his name is, but number 11, that man is a straight shooter. His name is, I'm forgetting it right now, but straight shooter, man, and he catches it in the corner and wide open switches that. So I don't know how that continuously happens, because that's just like exactly how we lost that game against the Kings. Um, Even though the officials did fuck us over, but nonetheless, they don't get back on defense, and that is a problem they got to look at on the film, because got to be better. Got to be better, especially if we want to go places to, one, even get in the playoffs, and two, make noise in the playoffs. But But whoa. I was just about to go move on. I was about to move on, but I just saw that Oklahoma City had 60 points compared to our 34. We got to talk about that. This team, I was saying in the pregame, is way smaller than us. Even without AD. We had Mo, who he stepped up in the minutes that he played. We had Wenyen Gabriel, who he stepped up as well. And we just had bigger size with Vanderbilt. And these guys, nobody could compete with the size if AD played, but he didn't. But still, no size, and didn't matter. And didn't matter, because they still got 60 points in the paint, that is insane, man. I did not even bro, it didn't seem like that, but I guess, man, it definitely is inflated by down the stretch, with those plays that I was just talking about from before. But definitely that just goes back to my point about the defense got to be better. Got to look at the film, because again, as much as this was a huge game, we got another good, like, not as much as a huge game, but again, these games are huge, trying to move up in the standings, because these are still very winnable, because I'm pretty sure AD and D'Lo are supposed to come back, which if that happens, that should be an easy win against the Timberwolves in my book, especially at home. The team plays better at home, but that is, I mean, we're talking record-wise, that is the old team. Before we made all these trades. With the new team, they're 3-1 on the road, I think. So, hey, man, it seems like the road doesn't really matter, or actually, 4-2, something like that, because they definitely lost 2 games on the road. But it don't matter. They're way better on the road with this team than the other team, and they're way better, period, with this team. And that's nice. I don't even have my charger on me, so if my laptop dies and this stream cuts off, then you guys know why. But anyways, standings wise, it was just absolutely crucial, because as you see, they move up to the 11th seed, and that's absolutely huge when we're talking about that they were the 13th seed. Like, probably a week ago they were the 13th seed. But I definitely forgot to get into my points about this team, unless I have it. I don't. So guess I forgot to put the box score in, but that's okay. We're gonna deal with this. Mo played really good. He was great with his scoring and great with his passing, which was definitely a surprise for me to see, because I mean, like, you do not expect to see that from Mo, but he was definitely catching it, like, on the elbow, and seeing shooters open on the 3 and kicking it to them. Especially, I mean, I'm thinking of that play when he caught the ball in traffic and he was still able to see Troy Brown wide open in the corner. And I mean, like that surprised me with the vision that he had. And Dennis, he had a great second half, even though he had a shitty first half with his bad ankle. I think he shot like 1 for 6 or 1 for 7. And he came out and dropped like 22 points, 26 points, my bad. Like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. And I mean, Troy Brown, 19 points, 7 field. Bro, now that I'm thinking about it, bro, he hit some tough shots, some tough ass shots, man. The hang time he had on both of those and ones was tough. Uh, and I've thought of this for a little bit now, but it seems like whenever we need a three, he always makes it. Like whether it's in the clutch or like third quarter and the other team is catching momentum, he always just catches like a catch and shoot three from like the wing and just strokes that bitch. I don't know how, but it's like he always makes those. And great comeback game for him because he played like ass last night. We just gonna call it like it is. Vanderbilt played like ass too. We just calling it like it is, and nothing against them. I'm not getting on them. I'm just saying it objectively, seeing how I see it, man. And Vanderbilt played great tonight, even though the stats won't say, but it was all over the floor defensively, hustling all over, and that's what you love to see. Beasley, not as great shooting night, but he still pulled the defense to the 3-point line, which is crucial and something that we never saw prior to the trades, because with the old roster, it was so hard to watch. It was so hard to watch, but luckily we don't have to watch it anymore. Luckily that is in the past, and we can forget about it. But Reeves, man, we gotta talk about Austin Reeves. This man cannot miss to save his life. This man shot 5 for 5 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, and I know he missed one free throw late, but that don't matter. He still had 4 assists, and let me see how many turnovers he had. 1. That is phenomenal. Like that's I don't even know what you say. Like this is my career stats, and the efficiency that he's doing it is just crazy because he only shoots it like again 5 times. Let me see what he shot against the Grizzlies, because I know he didn't miss a shot last night. Or I guess I'm tripping. 5 for 8. Oh, I think it was the Mavs game. It was the Mavs game where I think he went 6 for 6. I guess not. I guess not. He went 3 for 6. It must have been the Warriors game then. It had to have been. Okay, yeah. What do I know? What do I know? I only watch almost every Lakers game, but yeah, Reeves huge. I don't know how I feel about him. Obviously, it works now with LeBron being out. Not LeBron being out. D'Lo being out and Dennis starting. But to have Austin and Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench, I think that's kind of redundant because like the way they use Austin is as a point guard. And when you put Dennis back to the bench, you're going to use him as a point guard, and they're going to put Austin back to his de facto role. Now, I would start him, but I don't think that Coach will start him. I think Coach is probably going to I cannot speak. I think Coach is probably going to keep Beasley in the starting lineup, and I lost my train of thought. He's going to keep Beasley in the starting lineup and keep Reeves on the bench. Uh, what else? What else? What else? Wenyan played great, even though it does not show on the stat sheet. Same goes with Lonnie. Again, me personally, from watching the game with my own two eyes, everybody played well. Everybody contributed to this win. And it's been a minute since one, I've been able to say this about a Lakers win, and two, it's been a while since I've even been able to see this. So I mean, it's very what's the word? Very, I don't know, for lack of words, it's good to see. It's good to see. I wish I could think of a fancy word for that, but it's good to see. It feels good to see. I think I addressed everybody that played. Rui, Rui, man, Rui. He continues to hit his shots, play his role, which is the inconsistent Kuz role, but you know, he hits his shots when we need him. And oh, one more thing I forgot to say about Dennis. He was torching them in the second half with the way he was playing the offense, man. With the way he was scoring the ball, and when he wasn't scoring the ball, he was passing the ball. The Thunder didn't know what to do. Like, they just kept fouling him too, and sending him to the free throw line. And you know, very very good to see for Dennis, because sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, he is inconsistent. You will get a good game from him, and you will get a bad game from him the very next one. So I'm glad that the good game was this one, because again, the I was about to say the Grizzlies. The Thunder game was the game that we needed to win. The Grizzlies game didn't really matter. This Thunder game was so huge for tiebreakers, keeping them at the 13th seed, and not only that did we stay at the 12th seed. We in fact moved up to the 11th seed with Portland's loss tonight. But yeah, again, we move up to the 11th seed. I did not expect this to happen at all, because I thought that Portland was gonna win, and even if the Pelicans win, which they did, I didn't even know that this was a possibility that we could move up to 11, but we did. And as you can see, man, we are right on the door, just at the 10th seed, man. We are right there. We're playing the Timberwolves, who are the 8th seed, on Friday. That is going to be another huge game. All these games are going to be huge that we play the teams that we play above us, because we're trying to knock them down as we're trying to climb up and, you know, hopefully jump above some of them, especially the Timberwolves and especially the Pelicans, hopefully, but most definitely the Jazz, man. They cannot be there for much longer. They got to start dropping at some point. That is my chair squeaking. But yeah, but yeah, huge win that allowed us to jump up to 11. Hopefully AD comes back for, I mean, not AD. Hopefully D'Lo comes back for Friday. I'm pretty sure we know that AD is coming back for Friday. Very good game that we're going to have against the Timberwolves, man. If D'Lo plays, I do expect him to have a chip on his shoulder to show the Timberwolves something. If he does not play, I expect AD to still have a good game, because we need these wins. We need to keep stacking them, and we went 2-1 on this road trip that we were on. We played the Mavs, and we played the Grizzlies, and we played the Thunder. We beat the Mavs and we beat the Thunder, but we lost to the Grizzlies. And we were still in that game for much of that game. In my eyes, that's a W. That is a win for us. We are 30-33 on the season. We are still very much in the playoff race. We are no longer the 13th seed, which we were sitting at for like months. Months, man. And we've moved up not only one spot, but 2 spots to 11. We're only 1 spot out of 10. And where the Timberwolves are sitting at now, or who we play on Friday, they are a game and a half. We push them back, they will be half a game. So just me saying this aloud, man, it's just I'm really realizing how insane these standings are. And I was saying that this game was huge, but I really do understand how huge it was, because let's say that they lost this game, they would be the 13th seed. They would be the 13th seed. Oklahoma City would be 29-33, and we would be 29-34. We would be behind them, and we would be behind the Trailblazers. And it would not be looking good for us, because the Thunder would have the tiebreaker on us. But they do not. We still play them again so we can get the tiebreaker on them. And we are up a game and a half. Before it was a half a game, but now it's a game and a half because we beat them, which is just huge, man. These games down the stretch are huge. You got to beat the teams who you're better than. You got to beat the teams that you need to beat, and hopefully those you can stack up at the end of the season, stack them up together, and hopefully they're enough to get you into the play-in, because I think that should be enough. I don't think it's out of the realm that they're gonna get in the play-in, because again, as everybody saw tonight, they have depth. They have a lot of depth, top to bottom, from the starting lineup to the bench. I mean, AD didn't even play tonight. Luckily, AD was able to get some rest, because, my God, if we lost tonight, would it be so bad? It would be so bad, because it, like, in a must-win game that we need to win to move up in the standings, to keep water, and to push Oklahoma City further down, and AD does not play and we lose. That's bad. Like, that's a bad look. Luckily, he was able to get his rest and not injure anything, that because I'm pretty sure they didn't play him because they didn't want to injure him, which, sure, we need these wins. Luckily, AD was able to get his rest, and we were able to get the win. Hopefully, he got his rest, and he can go for 30 points on Friday, 30 and 10, because we would need that. Not we would need that. We will need that. And that would only benefit us. But yeah. Huge win tonight. Lakers beat the Thunder 123-117. I'm excited for where this season is going. I'm excited for... fuck it. I'm going to say I'm excited for when the Lakers get in the playoffs, man. I'm excited for whoever they play. I'm excited to see who the matchup is and just talk about it and just think about the X's and O's about everything, because... yeah, I mean, like, that's the whole reason why we watch basketball, man. I mean, the whole reason why I like watching sports is, like, down the stretch of football and basketball, you can see, like, who needs to lose and who needs to win. I mean, that's what I've been doing as a Lakers fan, because, I mean, that's what we need to do at this point, because we put ourselves in this hole to where we need other teams to lose. And... not only just us winning games, but that's what I like doing. I don't know. It's just it gives it a little more spice. Like that's my little favorite thing to do about sports. See who needs to lose, who needs to win, to benefit your team. Uh, I don't know. It's just fun to me. But yeah. Thank y'all for coming out and watching the live stream, man. I appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up, man, if you liked it, and subscribe, man. We're gonna be doing this more often. I don't know if I'm gonna do this every game because I do have some things every now and then. Definitely with my classes and shit. But whenever I can after our Lakers game, I will stream and talk about the games, and hopefully I can get more people to come out over time to talk about this. People to come out over time to talk about this. But yeah, y'all have a great rest of y'all day, and y'all have a great rest of y'all day, and peace.